Okay. I wanted to make a video talking about a particular subject that I have encountered with numerous girls and females that I've been friends with, as well as a couple of males. The particular subject I want to talk about is called what I'd like to call the manipulative loser. And what I consider as a manipulative loser is it's basically a guy or a girl who comes off to a particular person in such a way that they are um, self-loathing and pitiful, and that they are emotional. Generally speaking, these people are usually how they I've noticed that they manipulate people is that they will go to a particular person and they will create an emotional bond with that person in relation to some traumatic experience or something. They usually make a basis of trying to connect with a significant other by way of like an emotional connection. Like they'll sometimes sit there and have a moment where they will have like it's usually particularly bonding through a process of usually through like alcohol or just something where them and the other person can be sitting alone with each other and can get to the point where they start to talk about their feelings and things like that. And um, generally speaking, they prey upon pity from a particular person, usually by way of, it's like, an example is like they will um, go on about being lonely or that nobody could like them or that they're pathetic or this, that, or the other, usually making that particular person feel sympathy for them, while at the same time they usually will um, increase or um, usually will exasperate the other person's feelings of helplessness and loss. And generally speaking, these same people will also have a ability to not only elicit sympathy for them, but they also have an ability to make the other person feel powerless and emotional, thus increasing the false sense of emotional connection between the two people. And I've seen a lot of people uh, do this. It's a less it's a more subtle form of control, uh, in particular towards other people, because rather than being directly abusive or whatever, they are basically um, manipulating that person's emotions to a degree where uh, where the person is uncertain, because that the other person comes off with the impression that they're emotional, they're sensitive, they're this, that, and the other, and in reality, it's more of a play to basically get them into the position where they are more or less dependent and unable to make a decision because they are make a good decision because they are emotionally invested in that particular person. But yeah, it's and the thing about it is that these particular men and women, they're the ones who make it difficult for people to be able to trust who is legitimately good and who is legitimately bad, who's going to use a person, who isn't going to use a person, because they come across as 9 times out of 10, they're usually when they're usually so in tune with their emotions and so sensitive and everything that they seem like they're the perfect person for someone to be with because they're sensitive and all that stuff, when in reality they're actually probably a lot less sensitive and understanding of a person's emotions than what you would think they actually are. And so basically what happens is people, you know, when you get a person who is like supposed to be, who comes off as like the perfect mate or lover or whatever, and then you find out that that's not the case, it really shakes your sense of trust with people, and it makes people not willing to, you know, when a person does come along who actually is a good person and isn't just, you know, using it as a manipulation tactic, it makes it difficult for them to actually trust them, and that um, it's the best thing I could probably say about the manipulative losers, and the best way to really tell um, about the manipulative losers, like I said, telltale signs that I've noticed is that they are very frequently um, reminding you that they're just, you know, it's, I wish I could try. I wish I could try to figure out a way to pinpoint the manipulative losers. Um, the one thing that I have noticed is that they can basically, in the same sentence, they can somehow at the same time elicit pity from you, but also be able to make, can, you know, condescend you at the same time. But yeah, that's basically, like I said, a manipulative loser. And you know, it's, if anybody, you know, I hopefully I can figure out a way to, you know, make people realize, you know, that there is these types of people out there that will use this tactic to, you know, make you want to connect with them, and when in reality it's all just a tactic of manipulation. So anyways, that's my little thing there, and I don't know, hopefully I'll be putting more stuff up here on my video or on my YouTube channel. So talk to you guys later.